Day everyone, welcome to Tarish TV. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Also, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications. Thank you.
Nigerian to UK lawmaker. It's surprising British government turned blind eyes to killings in Nigeria. Oluwaseun Talabi, a citizen of Nigeria who resides in North Kensington, United Kingdom, has written a petition to Felicity Buchan, Member of Parliament for Kensington, over the ongoing killings in Nigeria. Talabi blamed the killings on the inaction of the government to combat terrorist group. He also lamented that rights activists and campaigners who dared to confront the government were arrested and detained without legal process. He called for an investigation into the relationship between the government and Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen. The letter reads, "I would like to bring to your attention the mass atrocities that are currently taking place in Nigeria due to the negligence of those that are currently in power. It is quite surprising that the British government has turned a blind eye to what is happening as Nigeria is a part of Commonwealth. Since the Buhari's government came in power in 2015, there has been a drastic increase in the numbers of murders. Buhari, Nigeria president, said captured Boko Haram terrorists will be rehabilitated and sent to the army. What does that tell you? Is it not a coincidence that not a single Boko Haram member have been put on trial? At the moment, the majority of the Western world is focused on Black lives matters, and how to ensure equality for Black people in the Western world. So, does that mean that the Black lives in Africa doesn't matter as more people are being killed and more women are being raped every day? Why is British not doing much about it, saying that they colonized Nigeria? It is British government not aware of this or are just ignoring the issue. Women are being raped and killed daily. People's homes and businesses are being destroyed, leaving hundreds and thousands of people homeless. Many activists that challenge the government against atrocities and corruption in Nigeria disappear with nowhere to be found. An example of is a former presidential candidate, Omoyele Sowore, who is currently under trial after being charged with treason for challenging the government. In Nigeria, the civic space continues to shrink as Nigerian authorities increasingly clamp down on the right to freedom of expression and peaceful assembly. Authorities have been intimidated journalists, bloggers, and human rights defenders, harassing them through verbal and physical assault, arbitrary arrest, detention, and prosecuting them through trump-up charges and misuse of the cybercrime and terrorism laws. As you can see from this fact, the relationship between the government, the Boko Haram, and Fulani herdsmen needs to be looked into. I would like to thank you for taking the time out to read this letter. Now, the response from Talabi to Talabi, the MB Buchan promised to follow up on the case, which the relevant minister. He also promised to pass the letter to the Foreign and Commonwealth Office of the United Kingdom. This is incredibly concerning, and I will certainly pass this through to the FCO for substantial response on the government's involvement. I can also follow up formally with the relevant minister and provide updates where I can, he said. Well, so it has to get to this level before something will be done. I hope the British government will do something quickly to the killings in Nigeria and call Muhammadu Buhari's government to order to find out the relationship between the government, the Fulani herdsmen, and the Boko Haram, because none of them have been put on trials. Is it right? Yes, I think we have to wake up and we need external bodies to help us on this issue because we cannot help ourselves as it is. Many people have been put to trials. Some are jailed for seeing what they see in Nigeria. Now, hear what people have to say. This person said, Chinwe said, petitioning Britain is a good petition. Buhari and to his travelers. Another person said, how could Britain care at the time that Nigerians are dying in thousands when it has nothing to do with their vested interest in oil? Oh, we have different comments from different people. Another person said, good man. Somebody said, thank you to Mr. Talabi. Well, thank you guys for listening. And I will see you on the other news as you drop by the comment section what your thoughts are and your views and how you feel about what Talabi has just done. Is it good or bad? Now, do you see positive response coming forth from the UK's government? Thank you guys for listening. Bye.